All right, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Just a short time ago, these Philly fans in full roar as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. Pyrotechnics ablaze. They're set to go as their Eagles will match up with the Chicago Bears. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Set. 60 Pittsburgh. I'm coming after you. And ready.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards and a Chicago first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. 36, go.
Darnold from the gun, forced out to his left. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. He's got his tight end, Burton. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 39. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Darnold now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Again, Darnold. It's complete to Robinson. And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 17-yard line.
Ready.
Darnold from the red zone now. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Now Foles. Looking for Ertz, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Well, you're already down on the scoreboard, and now, Charles, you go out there, very first play, throw the interception. At defense, they're going to have to bow up.
Yeah, and let's see how they handled this because we always talk about reverting back to what you practice. When you practice these situations, it's called sudden change. You don't expect to be out there this fast, but you are. Do you go out there with poise, or do you go out there with panic? Panic will get you scored on again.
Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Jalen Mills in on the stop.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, and you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
6-6, pull it hard. Hey, echo.
Second and 5 now. Darnold caught here by Bell. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. The last time these two teams met, boy, was it memorable. Wild card weekend last year as the Eagles started their Super Bowl title defense, and they held on thanks to the doink or the double doink heard around the world on the Cody Parkey missed field goal. And the Eagles would escape 16-15. Of course, they would go on to lose the following weekend to the New Orleans Saints. And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
To throw on second and 10. Foles. This short throw caught by Goddard. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Hey, watch the ball.
Here's Miles Sanders, the rookie second-rounder from Penn State. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it second and 12. Here's Foles. This will be caught by Brown. And they'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Foles. And that will be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Now Darnold. That's complete to Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
First down, Bears.
Let's go.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. This is Bell. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
From the 39, Darnold. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Derek Barnett able to maneuver in for the sack.
You're going to keep getting sacks.
It's third down. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Bears 6, Eagles 3.
Ready?
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the penalty helps, but not a whole lot. It's still 3rd and long. To throw is Darnold. Dancing to his left. And Robinson with a big catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Here's Bell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
I know every time we watch Le'Veon Bell play, we think about him making people miss the hesitation move. But you remember, he came out of Michigan State as a bruiser and a thumper, and he still has those capabilities.
At 225 pounds, an underrated part of his game. From the 39, Darnold. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
This quarterback now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And that's caught for a Bear touchdown. It's the tight end, Trey Burton. Trey Burton, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're in a 13-3 hole here now as they come up on 1st down. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Watch the run, watch the run.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. And that's going to be incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Looking to throw. Trying for the tight end, Ertz, and it's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism because you and I both know the best athletes on the field, they play on defense.
I don't know. I was a kicker. You got to remember that now.
Come on, come on.
Fine. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago.
Partner, what we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick six. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead has swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Under.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And complete to Zach Ertz. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It's a gain of 14 yards.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Foles now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here.
Go with 5-3. Go with 5-3.
59, check, 59. Pick it up, guys, pick it up.
Go.
They'll look to throw here. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers. as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So second down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
13.
Check 59.
Second and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The inside linebacker, Danny Trevathan, gets the sack. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Finding some room at midfield. And he connects with Ertz. And he needed to get to the midfield stripe, but he can't do it. He's about a yard short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be fourth down. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on fourth and a yard.
Flat.
Mike, check. 59. I'm coming.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Let's go. Check 15.
On first down, Bell. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. On that last run, he's now hit the 6,000-yard mark for rushing yards in his career.
And moves him squarely into the top 100 rushers of all time. In fact, he can boast that he's rushed for over 1,000 yards more than Gale Sayers did in his career. And Gale Sayers was a Hall of Famer in a short career.
Back to throw, Darnold. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Trey Burton, the one he was looking for. But it'll be second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incompletion, here's second and 10 from the 20.
You draw corpus.
Check the backer.
They'll run it with Bell. And they'll get this down to the 10. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Got him in. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
In on the stop, the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half. They'll be careful. They'll be a little bit cautious at times, but also they will attack downfield and try and get in position for at least 3 points.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down.
Hey. Hard, snipe.
Darnold from the gun. Flush to his right. Going up top for Miller. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Anthony Miller, 82 yards as the Bears push further out in front. As he was shuffling right out of the pocket, you could just tell he was going to take a shot downfield. He had his eyes down there the whole way.
He certainly did. He wasn't taking off to go, right? When he was flushed from the pocket, a lot of times you see him, eyes will drop, ball will get tucked, and he takes off, becomes a running back. But as you noted, stayed alive as a passer, tremendous body control, and a pretty good arm there, too.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
Get ready.
25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think this...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. The 20, 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Antonio Brown, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16.
Makes the score Bears 33.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try to add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way. I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you get some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Switches. Hey, Sam, hit it.
Darnold on the move to his left. Now he'll square up and throw. And that is intercepted on the sideline. Wait, no. They'll say no. It was caught out of bounds. So this is just an incompletion here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
80 weapons. Hey, exit.
Switch. SOS. Alert flare.
Check go.
Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. On the run. He'll let this go deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Taylor Gabriel. As the first half is winding down. As the Bears push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
17.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know the
pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
He's crashing.
Girl. Down to hit.
They'll throw now on the final play. The Sanders has got it complete. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go again with Bell. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
On the ready. Greystone, Travis. Hey, Charlie.
Darnold on 3rd down. Robinson's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Hey, Delta.
Check. Crunch.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Nigel Bradham. But they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Now Foles looking deep for his tight end Ertz. He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 36 yards on the play. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Alert blow.
What we got?
Here's Foles. Over the middle, complete. That's Ward. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
12.
59's Mike. Check. 59.
Let's go, defense. Move.
On 2nd and a yard, Foles. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, That ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. A line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Tiger. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Check.
Foles. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This may be one of the best stretches of defensive football that I've seen. I don't know about you. 5 sacks last week. Now 3 here in this affair.
I would agree with that, and I've enjoyed watching the skill that's gone into it. You can see the intelligence behind it as well. He's watched tape, and he's setting people up. But relentless, that's the one word that keeps coming to mind. He does not want to be denied at getting to the quarterback.
And they're not denying him.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Buster Screen. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Bell running on first down as he'll push forward for about 3. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
6-3, 218, chop, Bravo. Let's bring it.
Here's Darnold. This one into the hands of Burton. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now you can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Bell. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. Miller with a first down and more. It's complete. It's Miller. Give him 30 yards there. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still...
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to pour it on. The point after is good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Oh, look at the juke. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Foles. This will be caught by Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Antonio Brown, 77 yards. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Now that Eagle offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2.
Big stop, G. Big stop.
Foles will look to throw. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sacked back at the 9-yard line.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Bears hands team able to pounce on it and get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the 44, Darnold. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Bears on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Hey, wahoo! Hey!
The shotgun snap for Darnold, being chased out left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy. And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
General West.
Now Bell. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. They'll try again with Bell. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Le'Veon Bell. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. The extra point up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that's off the mark, incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. And it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Lynch in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
Hey, Zoo.
They'll set up to throw. And my goodness, another interception. It's Clinton Dix with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Shit.
80 weapons.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Darnold, he finds Robinson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is Bell. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame.
At the Eagles' 36-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
61, match by 5.
Again, it's Bell. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Ready. 30 base. Mike. Cover.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
53. Here we go, D. All day. Defense all day. All day. Slam.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Bell. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
3rd and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction.
Today's
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Select the team you want to join. Start your...